In this video today, I'm going to tell you what it is that I do to get tenants to rent the house without even seeing it first. In other words, they are moving into the house the minute the house is ready for them to move into. I don't have downtime. I don't have all this time where one tenant moves out, their crew comes in and cleans it up, and you lose a whole month, and then you find the tenant, and then you're waiting for the tenant to do their 30-day or you're waiting for the tenant's Section 8 paperwork. So I don't have that problem, and I'll tell you why. But first, I have to tell you a little bit of background so that this makes sense. I'm Monique Burns, coming to you from my dog park. So there's dogs around here, and where's my dog? That's my dog. There she is. Coming to you from the dog park in just outside of Detroit. It's starting to rain, but it doesn't rain in the woods. And my husband and I, we buy houses in Detroit. We renovate them. I'm the one that goes and finds the tenant. We place the tenant moves in. At the same time the tenant is moving in, I'm also selling the house to an investor from, there's my other dog, Stella, to investors from all over the country and all over the world. And they're kind of buying the houses, kind of same thing with placing tenants. They're buying the houses without actually seeing them done before they buy them. They oftentimes will get an inspection. So the inspection's happening at that same time too. So this is how I do it. First you have to list the house for rent. Luckily, I've had years of experience with this. So a lot of the Section 8 offices, they like me and they have my contact information on their shortlist. And I don't think that's like an official thing, the Section 8 shortlist. But you could, if you're a landlord in another city, if you're good at passing inspections, you could contact the director, figure out who the director is and say, hey, can you get my name on a list that you give to tenants of landlords who pass inspections? I didn't ask to get on these lists. I'm just automatically on them. I love it. People call me. I like Section 8. If you're debating about Section 8, I did make a video. Check this out about Section 8. But if that didn't work for me, then I do have to list the house. Now that's a problem. How do you list a house when you don't have any photos? And people want to rent the houses. They call on the houses with the most photos. So this is what I do. I go on Canva. If you know how to send an email with an attachment, you can figure out how to work Canva, canva.com. And I take a photo of a very similar house because we're pretty cookie cutter of the houses that we renovate and we sell in Detroit. They're all very, very similar. And I'll take photos from another house that we renovated recently, and I pop it into like a blue background like this, and I'll put the picture on one side, and then next to it I'll write and say this is a very similar. I don't lie to the tenants. I tell them this is a similar one. Now I did notice that Zillow took down one of my old ads where I had those Canva photos, but I got away with it long enough that I got plenty of calls for my house. I do list my houses on Zillow. I can't believe it. Last time I did it, they charged $30. It used to be $10. Before that, it was free. And when tenants call, I explain to them. I actually will talk to them, or I'm texting with them, and I'll explain to them, I can't have that downtime. And if you want to get a house, and I know the demand is so bad out there, this is what you have to do if you want to get one of our houses. And I tell them, just apply. And I don't charge them up front the application fee. They just fill out the whole application. It comes to me. At the same time, we're finishing the renovation on the house. And when I know for sure when the renovation is going to be done, I will look at the applications that came in, and I do the free screening stuff. Not totally free. Some of my software costs money where I look things up, but I'm not doing the official background check on anyone where I'm really spending the money. And the people that are the best float to the top. There's usually not more than 3 excellent ones that float to the top. Sometimes it's just one, and sometimes it was from a conversation I could tell they're going to be really good tenants. So that person, I will call them and I'll say, okay, I'm doing your background check. And for the tenants that are watching this, if I call you and say, hey, I'm ready to do your background check, that means you're in the top 3, probably the top 1. And so I will call and say, I gotta get the money now because I gotta do the part where I'm running your background. But there's another process that I'm doing on the phone with them. I made a video about how, at the time I made the video, it was like how I talk to them on the phone, but this is actually now my process that I use when I'm when I'm going through their application before I spend money on the background check, because I could rule them out and then not have to spend that extra money. So I call them, we've had this conversation that was in that video, and I tell them I'm going to cash app them 35. You have to find out in your area what people use. Maybe it's Venmo. So they cash app me the 35. I tell them they got the house. It's almost done. Sometimes they can see it a few days before it's done. Oftentimes it's on move-in day. And they like this process because they're not wasting money on app fees. I'm not taking any of their money until move-in day. And I tell them the truth, never has it happened for us in all the years we've been doing this ever, where a tenant got to the house and was like, "Ew, I don't want it." That's never happened. They always get to the house and they're so excited, and the kids are running, tearing through the rooms, and they're like, "Mom, this is amazing." But what else I do is I refer them to my YouTube channel, because I have house after house after house on there. You want to know how this house is going to turn out? Look at my videos. I have so many videos of houses. If you see that color paint, that's like this bluish grayish color, that's a recent renovation. Check it out. Yours is going to be the same crew, same supplies at Home Depot that we use. They love that. And all those videos were made on move-in day, not before move-in day. They're made on move-in day. So I'm prepared when this tenant moves out. I've got a video of the house. I have all their move-in photos. Now I don't have to do the Canva photos where I write all the explanations. Here's photos of this house. Here's a video of this house. And people love it. They don't want to get up and go see the house either if they can see a thorough video of it. So that's what I do. If you have questions, comment below. Thanks for watching.